Hello to all the motorsport fans out there. So basically, the Formula One season is back, yeah, and the first Grand Prix of the season is gonna be in Bahrain. The name is the Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix 2022 in Sakir at the Bahrain International Circuit. So I'm bringing you the circuit information for the Grand Prix. So this on a scale of 1 to 5, that's the lowest is 1 and the highest is 5. So let's start with traction. On the left hand side, you can see in the image above, let's start with traction is 4. So that's saying that out of the corners there's pretty good grip on the tires, on the rear tires, so that should be okay. And then braking is 4 as well. There's about 3 or 4 heavy braking points. You can see in the last corner, in the last about 1 corner is a heavy braking point. In the first corner is a heavy braking point as well, and in turn 4 is a heavy braking point as well. And then you have the lateral G forces is about 3, so the car is pretty stable, and there's not too many turns. There's not too many undulation, not too many left right switches, fast corners. So the lateral g-force is okay. And then the tire stress is 3. Well, maybe because of the surface of the track, it helps the tire stress, and then because you have long straights from corners onto the long straights, it helps the tires, so you can basically save the tires most of the time in the race. And then when you go to track evolution, you have 4, which is quite interesting. With the track evolution, that means that because it's in the desert, the track is in the desert, you can have some sand storms. Sometimes sand blows on the track and it becomes dusty, but at the start of the session it's quite dusty. But when the cars go out for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they're able to find what's it called, some kind of grip. And then obviously the aerodynamics and the air passing through the circuit kind of blows away some of the dust, and then the tires make lines on the track, so you're able to follow through, and then the track evolves in it. That's what's called track evolution, is the evolution of the track here throughout the weekend and how good the track gets. So if your lap time is like 129.5, yeah, and then throughout the what's it called, the weekend, it can go to like 129.1, because the track evolved in it. So you just picked up 5/10 of a second throughout the weekend. So you got asphalt grip. The asphalt grip is 3, which is not too bad. And then the asphalt abrasion is 5, which is quite high. So the teams have to be very, very careful of that. Where when they're setting up their car, they go set up the car according to the asphalt grip and asphalt abrasion as well. And then you have downforce. You have 3. So the downforce is pretty good, is okay on this circuit. You don't need too much downforce because of the long straights as well. And the infield section, you need a lot of turning, so you're gonna have to sacrifice a bit of downforce in the second sector to gain some speed as well in those few slow corners on the Bahrain circuit. So moving on to the map of the track, you can see from the drawing of the circuit map, you have from the last corner, from the exit of the last corner, you go into the main straight into turn 1. You brake in for the first 10, is a right turn, heavy braking zone, and then you accelerating up to the second turn, which is a short acceleration, and then you turn left for the second turn, and you turn right onto the third turn. Then you go into a mini straight towards the fourth turn. Is a beautiful braking zone towards the fourth turn. You can overtake in going into the fourth turn as well. Then you coming up, Then you got turn 5, which is a left. 6 is a right little kink. Then you come up to turn 7, which is like a hairpin. And then you're coming up, accelerating. That's into the second sector. You're coming up to the infill section. Yep, you take another left and a double left in the infill section onto the middle straight, and then you're accelerating up. Then you're going towards the final sector. You're gonna be braking in the second sector. You're braking, taking a left, driving all the way upwards, and then you go into the final sector. So into the final sector, you go heavy braking, slightly heavy braking zone into the third sector, and is one straight, and then you brake in for turn 14 and turn 15. So, and then after turn 15, you're back onto the main straight. So it's not a hard track to drive. It's just that you have to have good braking and good acceleration, and you have to have good turning as well. And then the race distance is 308.238 kilometers. 308.238 kilometers. And the number of laps is 57. So reliability is going to be important on the circuit. And then the circuit length is 5.412 kilometers. So that's quite a long circuit. You know what I mean? Most circuits are like 4.5, just about 5, but this one is 5.4. And the lap record is in the McLaren by Pedro de la Rosa with a 1:31.447. So now moving on to the tire compounds, you got 3 chosen ones by Pirelli, and this is the Pirelli preview anyway. And by the way, guys, if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it so other people can find out about Formula One. It's a very great sport and it's satisfying as well. So you have C1, which is a hard tire, which is gonna do the most durable, gonna do the longest laps. And then you got the C2 medium, which is gonna be fast, but it probably wears out quick. It's gonna wear out much quicker than the C1. Then you have the C3 soft, which people are gonna use for an aggressive strategy or to take pole position in qualifying. So I'll be expecting Red Bull to use the C3 soft in qualifying. And then you have the tire on set is a new 18-inch tire. So yeah, peeps, don't forget to smash that like button below. So I'm looking forward to the new 18-inch tire in Formula One. And then let's move on to the tire pressures. Yeah, so you have a new 18-inch tire from a 15-inch. So 5 more inches increase on the Formula One tires, and the cars are looking a bit more buff. They're looking a bit more muscly. You know what I mean? So it's all good to go. It's all positive energy. Hopefully this season is more positive than last season with all the controversy with Red Bull and Mercedes. They need to clear it up basically. And then the minimum starting pressures is 23.5 psi for the front, and the rear is 20.5 psi. So which is quite good. It says subject to change after free practice 2. So after free practice 2, the teams can decide to change the tire pressures if they all agree, depending on how performance is going for them. And if they all agree to change the tire pressures, they can change them. And then you have the Eos Camber Limit. The front camber limit is minus 3.550 degrees, which is the front, and the rear camber limit is minus 2 degrees rear. So that's the limits, and this is the information of the Bahrain Grand Prix, the circuit information, and it should be a great Grand Prix. So I'm gonna be releasing the prediction for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and I'm gonna be covering other videos as well, trying to find some ideas to bring up. So yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Bahrain Grand Prix, and the cars look great. The cars look great, and Red Bull put the fastest time on the third day of testing on the last day. So they're looking the strongest team right now, but Mercedes is saying that they have some work to do. Ferrari looks strong. McLaren are looking to sort out some brake problems for themselves. So I'm looking forward to the Bahrain Grand Prix, and it should be hot. So the drivers have to be fit as well. And yeah, I'm gonna be bringing you the prediction, which I'm really excited about. Bring you the top 10, and then yeah, circuit information is already done, and so yeah, on to the next.